Hello, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Layla, and today I'm going to tell y'all my 2024 financial goals. Finances plus goals, two of my favorite things ever. I love talking about this stuff. I love thinking about this stuff. And hopefully if you haven't set any financial goals for 2024, then you can do it along with this video. Maybe it will spark some ideas or give you some inspiration. But I do know that I'm in a little bit of a different financial situation than I was compared to last year and the year before that and so on. So depending on which stage you're in your finances, I would even recommend watching those. I don't know. Personally, I like to watch people talk about their goals, especially when it comes to finances. Just even in general though, it's just really motivating. I started setting these goals months ago, honestly. Probably by July I was already thinking about my 2024 goals. So very excited to talk about this. But before we get to everything, I do want to give a huge thank you to Mint Mobile for partnering with me on this video. If you've been thinking about making the switch to Mint Mobile, now is a great time to do so because they still have their promo going on where you can pay for 3 months and then you get 3 months for free. Mint Mobile is a phone plan where you can pay as little as $15 per month, and across all of their plans, you can get unlimited talk and text, high quality speed, data, and coverage, mobile hotspot, and access to 5G. They're built on the nation's largest 5G network, and they're able to keep costs low because they sell directly to you online, meaning they cut out the retail stores and the salespeople. Making the switch is also super easy. Just visit mintmobile.com/debtoverit or visit the link in my description box. Fill out a little bit of information, and then you can see if your phone is eSIM compatible. If it is eSIM compatible, you can set everything up right there from the comfort of your home. It should just take about 15 minutes or so. If your phone is not eSIM compatible, there is no need to worry. They will send you a SIM card. It will get to you in a couple of days. That is absolutely free. And then once you receive that, you can set everything up still from the comfort of your home. So if you're interested in making the switch, visit mintmobile.com/debtoverit or visit the link in my description box. And you can take advantage of the current limited time offer where you'll receive an additional 3 months after paying for a 3-month plan. And this is available on all of their phone plans. Thank you again to Mint Mobile for partnering with me on this video. And now let's talk about my financial goals. Honestly, going into 2024, I'm just really unsure about the year because y'all know I really want to. My sabbatical plan is really kind of just, I wouldn't say up in the air, but I don't know 100% what's going to happen. Ideally, I will stick things out and actually go the full, 18 months until I actually take my sabbatical. But there is a possibility that I could take it earlier. It could even be beyond the 18 months. I genuinely just don't have any clue. But with these goals that I'm about to go through, I'm going to make the assumption that I will be working my full-time job the full year. And then obviously if anything changes at any point in the year, I'll keep y'all updated, but also I'll probably have to shift some of these goals. So we'll just see what happens, but that's going to be the assumption for all of these. Let me just say that I am using my goal tracker. I already plugged these all in for 2024, and I have this available for purchase on my Etsy shop. So if you're interested, that will be linked down below. Goal number 1 is to max out my 401k. For 2024, we can put $23,000 into our 401k. So that's what I'm aiming for. I'm going to put in $23,000. And then the company that I work for, they match 6%. So they will put in an additional 6%. I have never maxed out my 401k. I actually just started my 401k in 2022. At my previous job, that was something that was not available to me. So I don't have a crazy amount in my 401k. At this point, it's like 17,000 or so, and it's taken about 2 years to get to that point. For almost all of 2022, I was just contributing up to the match, so 6% of my 401k, and that's because I did want to max out my Roth IRA, so I did the 6% for my 401k. Eventually was able to max out my Roth IRA, but I was also focused on paying down my debt or saving for my student loan debt. So in 2022, I was more focused on that instead of investing. And then for 2023, after I saved up enough money to pay off my student loan debt, I bumped up my 401k contribution to 10%, and that's what I have done for the rest of 2023. So yeah, I have never gotten close to maxing it out, but I would like to do that for 2024. And I don't make that much money at my full-time job. I guess that's subjective, obviously, but for what I do, I'm a Salesforce consultant. I make, as of right now, a little bit over $70,000. A lot of Salesforce consultants are making well into the six figures. My company, there's a lot of good benefits at my company, and I'm pretty I would say comfortable with where I'm at, but this is why throughout 2023 I was looking for other jobs. I did want to reach a higher income because it would be easier to max out my 401k, but I can still make it possible. Now that I'm debt free, I have a decent amount in savings and my various sinking funds. I think I should be good to do that. That's a pretty big chunk of my income. I'm probably gonna have to do 30% per paycheck or so. And then I do get a bonus in March, so that will help. But yeah, if I work through the whole year, this should be pretty easy to do. And that will allow me to have a decent amount invested before I actually take the leap into my sabbatical. In 2024, this isn't really a goal because I know I'm already going to achieve it, but I also want to max out my 2024 Roth IRA. But y'all know that I've already saved up the $7,000 for that, so I saved that in 2023. And then come January 1st or January 2nd, some point in January, I'm just going to completely max that out. So it's really not even a goal of mine because I know it's going to happen, which is definitely something I'm very grateful to be able to even do. Goal number 2 is to reach a net worth of $150,000. This one is a bit of a stretch, I think. I will probably reach a net worth of $100K in Q1 of 2024. But I'm not sure. It definitely depends on the market. I have a pretty high savings rate in general. I save a lot of money in cash, and that does help, especially with the higher interest rates. But that's something that's hard to control. Net worth goals are not always realistic. But I do know that once you reach 100K, having your first 100K saved, and now that I have no debt, nothing is working against me, it should move a lot faster, I hope. But between everything, me investing $30,000 plus my company match in 2024, on top of all of the savings that I'll be doing, I think I should be able to do this, plus just capital gains and, dividends and such. I think I might be able to reach this. It's not a big deal. I'm not going to be upset if I don't reach this, just how for 2023 I set the goal of reaching 100K, but I probably won't. But yeah, this would be exciting because I think that will move things even faster, obviously. Goal number 3 is to make at least $100,000 as my gross income. This is a goal that I set in 2023, and I have already achieved that for 2023. And I'm, assuming I stay at my job for the full year. Like I said, in 2024, this would definitely be possible on top of my business income. And it's just something that I would like to keep up, especially while I'm working, because if my full-time job is $70,000 plus, I think I will get a raise fairly soon into the new year. I don't know. But also, hopefully, I can increase my business income. And then speaking of income, I also have a business income goal. And I would so for 2023, I set the goal at $30,000. But I'm going to make over $40,000 for 2023. So in 2024, I would like to make $50,000 gross from my business income. That's a lot. That's a lot of money. I know that is some people's full-time job. I know that's more than some people's full-time job. So yeah, that's a pretty big stretch. In 2023, I made quite a bit of money from affiliate sales. One specific affiliate, Talent Stacker, is a big one for me. And I don't think I'm going to earn as much from Talent Stacker in 2024 as I did this year. However, my largest income source is from YouTube, and I think that will grow in 2024. That's what I'm hoping for. I do have subscriber goals, which don't really matter. Making money on YouTube, really, it's more important to get views over subscribers, but it's still one day I want 100,000 subscribers so I can get a plate. This is something I've been on YouTube for well over a decade, so it would just be really exciting to achieve that. I think in 2024 it would be nice to reach 50,000 subscribers. That would be me having to grow almost 30K, but I think it's doable, especially if I start talking about investing and other things. At least I think so. I don't know, we'll see. But that's definitely something I would like to see grow. I would just like to make more money from YouTube in general, just because there's a lot of potential here, and it's something I really enjoy. And then coaching, that is something that I would love to see grow in 2024. Of course, my one-on-one sessions, I'm gonna try to work on my website because that's lacking. I feel I don't keep up with it too much, and then I just want to do a better job of, you know, posting more frequently, but also how I pitch my coaching and all of that stuff, the resources I have on there. That's definitely an area I want to focus on in 2024. So anyways, all of this to say that my business income goal for 2024 is $50,000. We'll see. Next goal is to spend less than $50,000 on all of my expenses. I think I should be able to do this. I spent a lot in 2023 on health and beauty, and that's going to be lower in 2024, at least from what I can tell. And 2023 was a low spend year for me, so I was doing a lot less personal spending, but in 2024 that's going to increase, so that's probably going to take up like the health and beauty purchases, you know? But yeah, this $50,000 applies to actual like spending, including the mortgage and stuff, but any savings, investments, and then even my business expenses, I don't count into this $50,000. And yeah, I just would like to continue that, just because if I can keep things low, then that means I need less money during my sabbatical. That just means I can save more money, and even later on in retirement, that means I don't need as much money, which is good. Okay, now the next few are really focused on my various savings goals or sinking funds. And at first I thought this was really just gonna be like, I want to reach 30K in my sabbatical sinking fund. But recently I've been thinking about how I think it would be better, instead of just saving in this sabbatical sinking fund, I'm probably gonna get rid of that and instead focus on saving for specific things, so that when I actually take my sabbatical, I can use those funds for those specific things. So I'll explain them as I go. But the first one is that I would like to reach 18,000 in my emergency fund. And this is just my general emergency fund, you know? As of right now, it's a little bit over $12,000. So I would need to save an additional 6,000 or so in 2024 to reach 18K. And this is just going to be general cash savings for now or in the future. I made a video earlier this year of the goals I want to reach by the time I turn 40. So that's less than 10 years from now. And one of those was reaching like $100,000 in cash, like 100K emergency fund, basically. That's just something I would like to reach. So this will help me to get to that point. 6,000 is not too much for me. I should be able to achieve this fairly quickly, and that's probably going to be one of the savings goals that I focus on toward the beginning of the year and just kind of knock it out as fast as I can before moving to these other ones. Next savings goal is for travel. So for my travel sinking fund, I would like to save at least $5,000. As of right now, I think all I have in my travel sinking fund is like $4 and some change. And that's really because I've just been cash flowing travel. And then also in 2023, I had used credit card points to like cover a full Airbnb stay, which was nice. And I will be able to do that in 2024 as well. Or at least I'll have some money set aside for that, because I did open a credit card recently. I will talk about it, but that's going to be for travel. But I would like to have 5,000 saved up specifically for travel, so that when I take my business full time and I'm on sabbatical, if we want to go somewhere, then I'm not like stopping that. I want to still be able to travel while I'm making a lower income. And I think I would feel much happier to have that money set aside specifically for travel. And then I wouldn't feel guilty to like use my sabbatical fund or something like that for travel. My boyfriend and I really enjoy traveling, and really like all the places left that we want to go to are international, and obviously it costs more to travel internationally. So big chunk saved up would be really awesome. After that, business sinking fund, I would like to save $4,000 here, and this would be for my general business expenses when I actually take my sabbatical, like when I pay for domains or when I pay for website hosting. I usually pay for 2 years at a time, and that's like $800. Then paying for the platforms that I have like my courses on. There's just a lot of expenses that come up throughout the year. And then the bigger thing here would be my scholarships, my debt over it grant scholarships, those giveaways that I have been talking about. I want to do those 2 times per year, and I think it would be best and smart of me to like save up while I can, so that is just ready to go, you know, because I'll probably do the next Debt Over It giveaway in May or so. And then same thing, it'll be November, December time like I did this time. As of right now, that will still be $1,000 for each giveaway. So yeah, having a solid 4,000 saved up, maybe even 5,000 would be good. But for now, I'm going to set that goal at 4,000. And then the final one would be my beauty sinking fund, where I would like to save up $3,000. Now, there are a number of beauty/wellness things that I would like to do. Y'all know that soon after getting out of debt, or like once I saved up enough for my student loan debt, I paid for the Miraidry, which is sweat treatment. I had hyperhidrosis, and I got 2 rounds of Miraidry. I documented this on my other channel, Living Like Layla. But that was pretty expensive, but that was something I really wanted to do. Like the first thing I wanted to do, which is what actually ended up happening after I paid off my debt. I had been wanting to do it for years, so I'm very glad that I did that and took care of that, because that was like the most expensive thing. Some people don't understand it though. Nobody's like said anything, but even like in my personal life, people don't think it's worth it, or like why would you do that? It's just normal to sweat. But if you don't have hyperhidrosis, or if you're not going through something, then you're not going to understand it. And it was something that was affecting my daily life, and I planned to get that for years, because it was just such a bothersome thing in my life. And the same could be said about the things that I also want to get done. I don't want to get any like plastic surgery, nothing like that, but I do want to get laser hair removal, like basically full body laser hair removal. That's something I've always wanted to do, because it's just annoying to have to shave and deal with that. So I would like to get laser hair removal. It's really not that expensive. I would expect it to cost like $1,500 or less for everything that I want to get done. I actually don't know the price. It's probably even less than that, maybe $1,000 for all of the sessions. So I would be happy to pay for that. There's like a specific type of laser treatment that I want for my face, just because I have a lot of redness and broken capillaries. I'm not going to go into great detail, because I don't think people really care, but it's just things like that, where it's like smaller cosmetic things that I would be happy to pay for. So I would like to save for them before actually committing to do them. And then beyond that, just because I don't think all of these things will cost $3,000, beyond that would be saving for health insurance. So when I actually take my business full time, obviously I'll have to pay for my own health insurance. I haven't really figured that out. Probably for some time I would do Cobra, because the health insurance I have right now is just unbeatable. And then after that, I don't know. I have looked at the, healthcare.gov website and seen what's out there, but it's just really frustrating because there are no PPO plans. They're all HMO, and no matter what, they cost a lot. I'm expecting like 600 plus when I actually leave my job. So it would be nice just to have a cushion of savings to pay for health insurance. And maybe after 2024, I'll even continue saving for this. Otherwise, I could also cover any other health and beauty purchases. Like if I get a massage or if I pay for supplements, I could pull from this fund to cover those expenses. So if you add all of those up, that's me saving like $18,000. If I stay at my full-time job through the end of the year, I think that should be pretty doable. If I don't, we'll just see. Top priority is the emergency fund, and then after that will probably be business, then travel, and then beauty. So I'm going to work through these one by one. I think that's what I prefer to do at this point, and I'll keep y'all updated along the way. And then maybe I could save beyond that. If I'm able to save more than $18,000 in the year, that's a lot of money. If I'm able to do that, I'll probably, I don't know. Maybe I would just add more to my emergency fund, and then I could use the funds, or just have a general savings, like switch back to a sabbatical sinking fund just to use it when I need it. But yeah, those are my goals for 2024. I'm very excited overall, but like I said, I don't really know what to expect from the year. All of these things will definitely be possible if I stick things out and stay at my full-time job, but if anything changes, I'll have to adjust a few things, but that will be okay. But thank you all for watching and listening to me chat through these. Feel free to comment down below what your financial goals are for 2024. Otherwise, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. It really supports my channel, and I can get closer to my 50K subscriber goal for the year. But yeah, I will see you in my next video.